that thing, let it clap, let it clap. Ride this, eat 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 this. Ride this, eat 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 this.
You are now listening to Receipts Denied. We're back.
We're back.
I'm gonna be honest. I had a good time last week.
Yeah, last week
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
lot of
fun.
fun.
It was a
That
lot
was
of
fun.
fun. A lot of fun.
It was interesting.
Very interesting to hear their perspectives.
And to know that most guys actually think alike in certain ways.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very much so. And I learned some stuff I really
And no
didn't
matter the age.
know. Yeah, right.
Some of the questions that were asked, they
I
all
feel like some
answered
of
the same.
the young kids were smarter than
They
more mature.
were. They
Yeah, maybe more
were.
mature. Yeah,
Yeah, one of them kids, he was real. He don't play.
yeah,
yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Some of those answers were mind-boggling, but
yeah. So also, guys, I tried a honey pack.
Oh,
Just a little bit of it.
Oh,
It did absolutely nothing. So don't
well,
worry.
maybe you're supposed to take the whole thing.
No, I don't think it would have done anything. I took enough for it to not have any effect.
Oh, wow.
So what's it supposed to do? Just get you revved up?
I personally don't know. I didn't think it was gonna do anything, but I just wanted to try it and see if it did
Well,
anything.
what if it
So
has to be like
maybe you have to be
activated?
aroused, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe
but
you
I
gotta
don't
be
think
like in the mood and you take it and it does some super
it
power.
could, but I will never know because I'm not doing it again because it was nasty.
Oh, it tastes.
I don't like
Which one
the
did you take? The
aftertaste.
woman one or you took the
No,
yellow
I
one?
took the yellow one.
Because
I also had the woman one too. That one did nothing either.
Oh, so you just taste tested.
It's called Pink Pussy.
Oh,
yeah.
Sam's Club. She taste tested.
Pink Pussy Cat. Pink Pussy Cat. Pink Pussy Cat. That's
She
what it's
thinks she
called.
at
And you get
Costco.
all these from the gas station?
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, that's the thing. We're buying things from the gas station.
Yeah. Didn't work or something, but
I'm done.
yeah. But they both taste the same and they're nasty.
But did you take?
So it's a placebo, in other words.
For me, at least
Well, I
it
feel like some
was.
people say it works.
For
maybe.
men say it works.
But did you take the whole? Well, I don't. Is it a drink for the?
You can put it in your drink. It's just like honey. Like
so yeah, I know. So, but the other ones are honey too.
It's a honey pack still.
Did you take the whole thing of that one?
Yeah, nothing happened.
I think maybe it has to be activated.
Who's activating what?
Whoever
I can
you
activate
want to
myself.
activate. Well, okay, that's true.
So, and it
I mean,
wasn't
you
then
can
nothing
activate yourself, but it
nothing was
ain't nothing
getting
like a little
activated.
man.
But
you know?
something should
That's
have been
true.
activated if you're using something that's supposed to be like a sexual pleasure.
It did nothing.
Okay, well.
So I didn't even feel any type of arousal or anything. I mean, I actually felt more aroused during ovulation than I felt on
What the fuck?
okay.
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 Well, there's
I'm
that.
just saying. So they
Okay.
did nothing, waste of money, how much ever they cost it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
Oh,
It's okay.
That's all I had was an Olaf.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
something I know so much about. Handling grief.
Yeah. And how just I guess people deal with it when different things happen.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
grief is not just about death.
Yeah.
It's like the loss of a job, relationship, anything we lose. Like we break up with somebody, that's still a form of grief.
It sure is.
You know, friendship goes sour.
Yeah.
You grieve it all.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure we've all had these experiences and how it affected us if we later on internalized some of it. Or if we had I don't want to call it lasting grief because I guess there's stages of grief anyway.
There
Yeah.
are.
So,
Mhm.
but yeah, we're going to get into that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Melanie.
I'm Blue.
And I'm Ashley.
All right. So, how grief changes you? Isolation, anger, depression, anxiety, and trust issues. You think grief made you stronger or harder with certain things, would we say?
Harder.
Same. I feel like it gave me another layer.
Yeah. I mean, for me, you know, I haven't in terms of death, I don't really have a lot of experience with grief in that realm. But of course, I've had friendship breakups. I've had long-term relationships break up. And yeah, I feel like some people don't learn from it, but you know, you take some lessons from it and you either, I really think it can go either way. Like
I think it could be positive.
Yeah,
from
it can be
too.
positive or negative. Some people put up walls. Some people, just let it be what it was, but just, learn from the situation and allow it to make you more cognizant moving forward. So I definitely feel like with my like romantic relationship split, it definitely opened my eyes to things, and it did make me, I would say I was a little more guarded, um, in terms of, I guess, how much I gave of myself,
Mhm.
because with my ex, I was like 110% in. Like,
Mhm.
I just loved him so much. Like, there
Yeah.
was points where I was just like, what is life gonna be like without him?
Without
Like, I couldn't even
fathom
envision it.
it.
Yeah. But, you go on living.
Yeah. And you do think in the moment that there is no
Yeah.
sometimes you think it's no tomorrow.
And you
Like,
like, heartbreak can really feel like your heart
Heartbreak
is
feels like
breaking.
heartbreak.
yeah, like
Yeah.
legit. Like
Like,
legit.
you're just so sad, and you're like, "How am I ever gonna get out of this space?"
But I think,
So, like, I feel like with, like, death and things, that's just a whole nother
yeah,
level.
it's a different thing. But like, I'm piggybacking off you. I can't really. This is gonna sound really horrible, being that I've been in relationships long. Like my last serious relationship, I don't think I grieved the person or the relationship.
Mm. Do you
I
think you
mean,
were grieving it while you were in it?
possibly because it was over a long time. It was
Oh,
over.
yeah, and
It was
maybe
over a long
Because you
time
do get
yeah.
ago.
over, women normally get,
Yeah, I was done maybe a year or two before it actually happened.
yeah.
So I would say
So did you feel like when it ended, did you feel relief?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Like the breakup was so. Hey, I'm not happy. Me neither. All right, let's break up. That's how it
What?
was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I don't see grief nowhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's probably because we do, as women, get out of relationships in the
Yeah,
relationship before we
internally.
physically get out of it.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know during the relationship, I remember feeling like, dang, we used to have fun, or
Yeah.
dang, we used to do this, or dang, we used to do
Yeah.
that. But then when it was over, it was like, what up?
See ya.
It
Yeah,
was
and I
like, what?
see I think that's my problem. I'm such a nostalgic person. Like, smells remind me of things. Like, songs will come on and it would remind me of things, and like, I would mourn those moments
Mm-hmm.
because they were good moments. Because nothing was ever all bad with somebody you were with, for the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes people's relationship was
Yeah.
just terrible, but so I think that's like the part of it that I struggle with, because I just hold on to memories and I hold them close, and then I just I really grieve the loss of those types of moments.
I
And
think
then with
same.
yeah,
But I also think in relationships, because I feel like I'm giving you my all,
yeah,
when it's done, then I'm like,
You punk bitch.
good God,
That's what I
like,
think.
I'm so sad.
That's
But
what
I
I
will
think.
say this, so the first relationship hurt the most.
hmm
And that's why I said I think a wall came up, because
yeah,
then
I
all
agree.
the others become easier to, well, I mean, whatever, this is life, this is how it goes. Like, you'll get over it. There's an end to it. There's not something where I'm going to be like pondering on it
Yeah.
like later on, as much as I did the first one. Like, I can remember the first one. I can remember sitting crying at school
Mm-hmm.
and like, oh my God, I'm so sad. I don't know. I don't even want to do anything. I don't even like ice cream. And I was eating ice cream.
hmm
Like, so,
That sounds good.
and I was at my coach's house, right? And they like bought me ice cream. They were like, it's gonna be okay. My coach was kind of happy because now he's like, now you can just focus. But I'm like, I've always been focused. You need to tell the other players that.
yeah,
But like at the same time, that was the hardest one. Then the next one just kind of got easier to, and I think,
Navigate.
yeah, and I think
Mhm.
that's a part of just like getting tools, like you guys said, that yes, we're grieving, but yeah, we also have these tools that we didn't have the first time we were grieving
yeah.
to help us, like guide us along the way.
That's true.
But unfortunately, if you switch over to death, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that definitely
Death,
comes in
death
waves.
doesn't get easier. Death makes you. You go through all this stuff: isolation, anger, depression, anxiety. Right now, I'm angry.
Yeah.
Very much so. I'm angry.
Yeah.
Everything sets me off.
Yeah.
The
Which
littlest things made me cry. Me driving over your house made me cry.
Sorry.
makes sense.
I was hot.
Yeah.
So, but it's lingering because unlike the person that you broke up with, if you want to go on their Instagram or if you can run into them, but in death, you ain't running to this person
Yeah.
again. They
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Which I think with that too, it makes it where it's always people go through it differently too. So nobody
Yeah.
can explain what you're going through. Nobody, like, I go through my own like grieving times differently than somebody else.
Yeah.
But I will say this with death, when my sister passed, there are people that passed after that I know that I was close to. I felt less. I felt nothing.
But you probably weren't as close to them
I was
also.
close to them, but there is nothing that can make me feel like I felt then.
Mhm.
Like no other thing in this world could
Mhm.
take me back to that feeling. Like,
You feel like even the loss of another sibling?
well, I don't want to speak that out, so I never say it.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Like
I will say,
something of nothing that is not of the same on the same level could make me feel
right, and you haven't experienced it.
right.
So I will say, when I lost my sister in May, that I was angry only because she left behind a child.
Mm-hmm.
But then this year, when I lost my grandmother, I wasn't angry. My grandmother was 98. I'm like, oh, she lived a wonderful life.
Good
She's
life.
beautiful. She da 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 da. She was a wonderful person. But then 28 days later, my mom died. So then, for me, all of it kind of equal. It just did this. It
Mhm.
just stayed flat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
You
what else
also
can
got
happen?
hidden waves where most people don't, I think, get hidden waves.
Yeah.
So
And the crazy part is, that's 3 deaths I'm telling you about. I had a first cousin that died in November.
Yeah.
Now, I would say the reason why that didn't hit me like that because I wasn't close to him like I used to
Yeah.
be.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in another state. Did I grieve him? I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like my other cousins, they grieved him hard. Like I
Mhm.
grieved my sister and my mom, and my
Yeah.
grandma. But I would say because I didn't talk to him every day. I didn't have an active relationship with him. I felt sadness. I felt more sadness for my aunt because he was our only child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's how it was with my grandpa. Like my grandpa on my mom's side. Well, I've lost my grandfathers on both my mom and dad's sides at this point.
Same.
But like when I was younger, I was close with my grandfather on my mom's side. But, family things, my family's West Indian from Jamaica. He moved back to Jamaica. And so I didn't see him for like years. Last time I saw him was when I was a child. And of course, like, I would talk to him from time to time, but it was very sporadic. So like when he passed, um, I was sad about it, but it like I didn't even cry. I'm a crier. But I was just like I was like, dang, like that's really sad that, my grandfather passed. Like how you said you were sad for your aunt. I was sad for my mom because my mom was very close with my grandfather.
Yeah.
And so I was really sad for her. Um, and then my grandfather on my dad's side, it was the same thing. Like, my dad was very sporadic as well. So I would only see my grandfather on his side when I saw my dad. And he was a sweet man, loved him. But like how it hit like my cousins who he lived with my cousins. So that they like and
They
they
felt
were
it
his like
differently.
he was like kind of like their father figure. Like
Yeah.
That's how
yeah.
my grandmother on my dad's side. That's how my cousins was when she passed, and I was the opposite.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. And so they were very close. So like they still, I know they still grieve him. But I just didn't have that closeness with him. So that's why for me I feel like death hasn't touched me, knock on wood, in a close way where it really tore me up. Like I'll see people it was like a girl recently, I knew her like through online, but I didn't know her personally, but I was really sad. She passed away. She was sick. And like, she didn't tell anybody, of course, just kinda came out, but I, like, really cried about it because I was like, "Dang, that" it was so sad. She has children that are, like, still young, and I'm like, "I don't even know this lady," but I was personally,
Yeah.
but, like, that made me really sad, but I can't say that, I grieved it, but it did really, like, affect me.
But
Yeah.
you know what you said about your sister, now I had an aha moment. I have not experienced hurt like I felt when my dad died.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That
And
day
when did your dad pass?
he died August 2022.
Okay.
That day, and my brother called me on the phone and blurted it out. I had to go to the house where they had found him.
So it was,
It was
unexpected?
it was his cause of death, definitely. He had some issues, but they weren't issues that would have taken him out.
Okay.
Gotcha.
He was dealing with the issues in the wrong way,
Okay.
which took him out. But I remember that day because when I got the call, I was at the Rocks, And when my brother called, he blurted it out. And I was like, I know the fuck. So then he said it again. I screamed, y'all. Everybody on the rocks drinking, and I yelled out so loud, and I just started to cry and fold over. Like the water is here,
Yeah.
and Tia is trying to get to me. She's scooting. She's scooting. And she's like, sis, what is wrong? I'm like, my daddy, he gone. He gone. He gone. I remember trying to get there. I remember when I got home, I swear to God, I did that slide down the wall thing in the shower. Listen, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was my best friend. That fucked me up so goddamn bad. Like, I was like, oh, and I was supposed to be out of town. I had just told my friends Kay and them shit. They got a boat out in North Carolina somewhere. I just told them, hey, I can't go. Some things going on. I have to get straight with my dad. He died that Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So I would have been out of town
Yeah.
if I went. But that death, I think right after it happened, I was in my living room on the sofa in the dark. People were popping up on me. And I remember my cousins calling my phone. And I finally answered. And it was like, shh, she answered the phone. Hey, how are you? It was one of those.
Yeah.
So that would be equivalent to what you're saying you felt with your sister.
Yeah, and I don't think I will feel, even though like one of my close friends passed, she was a friend of my friend.
I think I remember.
Yeah, and she passed away. Like I was sad, but
Because when you told me, you just told me like, oh yeah, she passed. I'm like,
I don't
because we
have.
went to DC and we hung
Yeah,
out with her.
yeah, we did, and
Was it unexpected for her?
okay.
Okay.
And you feel the pain that other people are feeling because you already went through it, but it's just not the same. Like I just, once my sister passed, I'm like, I haven't felt anything like that, and I also don't want to feel anything like that. So
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
it's just like really, but it's not because like you get to heal. It does come in waves. Your grief comes in waves. One of the things I will say, because a lot of people don't really know how to like be there for people. People need to stop asking what happened
Oh, that's
as
weird as hell.
opposed to are you okay? It shouldn't be the first response when somebody tells you
Yeah.
somebody passed. What happened?
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Is that going to bring them back? I mean, they
Yeah.
got stabbed to death. Is that going to bring them back? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask what happened. Ask, hey, are you they're not okay. What can I do to make it better? Also, don't ask questions like, if you need something, contact me. Because if somebody contacts you, you're not going to provide that blanket for them. I just feel like it's just not a good thing to say if you're really not secure with what.
I will not. When my mom passed, like all of y'all reached out. I've had friends that may have sent one message. And so now I will say this: when your mother, because I lost my aunt who was like my mother figure. That was a hard death. I've had the hits back to back. But when your mother leaves this earth, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
So for me, for anybody that's close to me or have some kind of friendship with me, I'm like, damn, I lost my mama and my grandma, and you sent a message.
Yeah.
You didn't pick up the phone and call. You didn't send a text message. You sent me a message on
Social media.
I have strangers that reach out to me to check on me.
Do you feel like people do that because they don't know how?
No, because I've gotten different responses in other deaths. So my thing is, if you respond to me different with my sister and my grandmother, well, not my grandmother, my grandmother was so close, but with my dad and my sister, and then my grandmother who raised me, and like all my matriarchs in my family are gone. It started in 2020 when my aunt died.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Which was that was bad too. But if you know this, I don't know. I would say it's a different loss. You physically feel like a different person. You physically feel like someone has taken a piece of you and took it.
Yeah.
Because that person bought your vessel is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm now my eyes are way more open than they were with any other death. With this, my grandmother and my mother, 28 days apart. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're a friend, if you're a true friend, it's nothing in the world that could be going on for you not to say, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at different people like, oh, all right, that's what's up.
Do you think to give people, because I had to do this, I had to extend, grace, because, and me and my friend we really don't talk as much, but at the time we talked after this. When my sister passed, she did not reach out at all. When hers passed, I like reached out, I went, took food to her parents' house. None of that grace was given to me. None of those concessions were given to me. But I am a person that I truly do what I feel as opposed to, because I have to live with me.
Yeah, it's not tit for tat.
Yeah, I can't say, okay,
Yeah.
you didn't. And granted, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, like I wasn't there. So what I've tried to do is understand that so many people have so many things going on.
I get it.
So I have to say, I gotta give you grace because maybe you did have so much going on that it superseded
I
what.
respect
I
giving grace with certain things, but like to have something like that, like someone's sibling pass away, and like I could never. I mean, I don't know what you guys' closeness was, but
We weren't as close then and when it happened, but at the
even
same time, you
still,
knew
like
about it. You're
if you
still in
guys
our
were close
friend
at one
circle.
point, and
like
then
I don't think I
Yeah.
knew about your sister passing right away. And when I found out, I'm pretty sure I didn't call. I would tell you I would not call people when somebody has passed.
Hmm.
And the reason why I don't know what state they're in,
yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't want to bother them, so I make sure I send a message, whether it's hey, I'm
yeah,
thinking of you. Hey, do you need something? Even if I don't have it to give you, I'm
Right.
yeah,
going to figure out a way. If
Right.
you say I need paper plates for the repast, my nigga, you gonna have your paper plates.
Right.
yeah,
You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I do extend grace.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I may have failed on contacting somebody, but I've this
I mean,
has
did she
happened
ever
to
say
me.
anything?
No.
My friend,
Oh,
Yeah,
what you mean? Like,
like did she ever like?
before I brought it to her attention?
Yeah,
No.
but you
so it
brought
just
it to her
never,
attention.
it just
I don't
never.
gotta bring nothing to
Wow, yeah,
nobody's
that's
attention
just
because folks
crazy.
Yeah.
grown.
I
They know
brought
what
it
they
to her
do.
attention and, she was like, I didn't know. I guess so when she found out, it was like, I don't know what her process was, and I'm not gonna try to figure it
Yeah,
out. Only thing I can say is I can't hold it against you because I don't know what you had going on. I also know that like the people that know.
yeah,
That's just how I look at it. So I don't feel a way towards her. I did what I would do naturally. Also, her sister was my friend. So when
yeah,
her sister passed, I'm not gonna be like, well, you didn't do it for me. I'm gonna do what I naturally would do for my friend too. Like
Yeah,
at the
I
same
wouldn't treat
time,
people different.
yeah,
I'm always gonna be who I am, but I'm
yeah.
just saying that my
It
eyes
makes you
are
look at them
my eyes.
differently.
This is the first time I was, and somebody told me, a friend of mine told me that when you lose your mom, it's different.
Mhm.
It's hard to explain, but it's different. So when it happened, I'm like, okay. But then I just kind of sat back and watched. I watched and I was like, oh, okay.
I do think because life is moving so fast and so crazy, when people lose people, if it's not personally you, it just it feels like it's just a disappearing thing. Does that make sense?
I get what you're
No, I'm not
saying.
saying
Yeah.
that it's like a right or wrong thing. I'm just more so saying people just are like, it's out of sight, out of mind for them. And when I lost my sister, like obviously my friend supported, showed up, did the repast. My friend organized the whole repast. But after, it's just you and your thoughts.
yeah,
It is very much so.
Yeah.
But I think I expect certain things from certain people, and then I don't know. I just think this was what I needed because this actually made me kind of pull myself back from certain individuals
Mhm.
because I believe wholeheartedly it don't take nothing but a second to send a text.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or call.
yeah,
After a certain time, you can call, especially because, like, when your mom passed, we did take a break from this. But I
Yeah.
know if you're on social media,
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, she's on the podcast. I can at least reach out and check.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
And so I just feel like I see. Well, my stance is both sides in terms of like to not say anything ever. That's just crazy to me, especially if you have a rapport with this person.
mhm.
Not like, and I'm not gonna say like, okay, like a friend of a friend where I met you one time, and that's no. Like,
Yeah.
you may send them a message on Facebook or
Right.
something, whatever.
Right.
But like, if we were close, like if we were close, and I guess it's just I hold relationships close, and if
Same.
we were close, and we may have drifted over the years or whatever, we don't hang out as much, and you lose somebody close to you, I'm still going to always reach out. But on the other side of it, I do tread lightly with loss because it's like, again, you don't know someone's mental state, and like you check in, but it's like you don't want to check in too much because it's like, dang, like that's not the only thing I want to talk about. I'm trying to like, and so it's like a delicate dance with knowing how much to contact somebody, or like, when you contact them, I try to gauge it where it's like, if we're talking about other things, I don't want to be like, bring it up. If it's like, well, I didn't bring it up, so why are you bringing it up? So I find that hard because like my friend, he lost his brother unexpectedly, and um, I really felt for him, and so I would reach out. But I didn't want to reach out all the time and be like, hey, you doing okay? Like, because it's like, no, I'm not doing okay.
Yeah, I had one person that reached out so much, and she even said to me, she said, I don't want to get on your nerves, but I know how I know the feeling. And it
Yeah.
was one of the girls I work out with. She barely knows me.
Mm-hmm.
She reached out. She checked on me so often. She said, I'm really not trying to get on your nerves, but I want to check on you. Do you need, she bought stuff for the repass, things like that. So it didn't bother me, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because everybody carries grief or handles it totally different.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I said, like, after the repass, like, I can't say anybody really reached out to check on me.
no, see, I still actively have people
Yeah,
reaching out
that's
to me.
weird.
And I like sat,
Yeah.
and these, like, I know my friends care, but at the same time, it wasn't like, here's the thing. I'm going to say this because they could have actively been reaching out, and I just don't remember also.
Oh,
'Cause
true.
you was
Yeah,
in that
because when you go
space.
through
Yeah.
grief, it's
Yeah.
sometimes
And
that
at the
pockets of
same
memory gone.
time,
Yeah.
the crazy part is shifting gears from death. My sister passed in January. I lost my job because of COVID in March.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I learned about your sister passing like after the fact.
Yeah, probably. Well, we had to wait. My brother's also incarcerated.
Yes.
So we had to wait to,
Because I think I saw something on social
Yeah, we
media that
had
made me
to-
say, what the hell? And I reached out.
we had to wait to tell people because people he still talks to, we didn't want them to tell him.
Oh.
So-
definitely
So y'all had
compassionate.
to wait to tell your
We
brother?
had to wait to tell get it to my brother. So there was a whole process of like calling the
Mhm.
prison,
Oh, wow.
doing this whole thing to make sure, then making sure that they have safeguards in prison to where he's also comforted because
Yeah,
he's in
that's
a
what I had to
cell
do
by
with my
himself.
mom.
Yeah.
When my grandma died, I had to call. When I called the hospital, it wasn't that hard, but I remember saying, hey, can you get a nurse in the room?
Yeah, somebody has to like,
Yeah.
and in prison, it's not like they care. They're just like,
Yeah.
whatever, let me pass it along. But they're like,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
tell the chaplain,
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
make sure like, but then after we told him, then it got announced on social media. And then the crazy part is me and my sister look alike. So then people thought I passed
Yeah, y'all do
away,
look alike.
which was annoying AF. We don't even
Yeah.
have the same name. But anywho.
Which y'all do
none-
look alike. A lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
right. So, and I grieve now like my niece
Mhm.
because we don't see my niece as much
Yeah.
because of whatever the reason. I can only say how my niece processed her mom passing maybe took too much on her.
Mhm.
And to be around somebody that looks like your mom 24/7
Yeah.
is probably not the best way in
triggering.
which, yeah. So I
Sure.
have to take the approach of grieving that situation, although I don't really want to. I want to be around my niece all the time. I want to see her grow up.
Does she live
But
locally?
yeah.
Mm.
But at the same time, I can't make someone
Yeah, want to spend time or be, yeah.
And
right.
then on my side, my nephew looks identical to my sister.
So getting into our fit check. Okay, so my shirt is from Shein. It says fuck around and find out. My skirt is from Amazon, a little camo with a little slit if you nasty. My shoes are from Shein. My necklace is from Shein, and then my other necklace is from Fashion Nova. I have a gold bracelet on, of course. This bracelet is my favorite. It has a little M on it. And that is my outfit.
Okay, I'm wearing my Zara shirt. My skirt is from H&M. My shoes are the Puma 8 Streets. All different types of bracelets. And my Apple Watch. My necklace is old from Julia Marie B. Earrings are Amazon and TJ Maxx. This is what I'm wearing today.
Okay, so today's fit. I don't know where I got these glasses from. I've had them for 12,000 years. This Jimi Hendrix shirt, Five Below. And these pants go to a pantsuit. I just didn't wear the blazer. And then I forgot the name of these shoes, but they're Nike. And the star of the outfit, my Kurt Geiger bag. I just love her. She's so cute. And that is all.
Why do people only associate grief with death? How come we don't do it with like a divorce and like, you know, I'm not an empty nester, but my nephew left. I was sad. I really was so sad. I really was so sad. I guess because like also I was raised with him.
Yeah.
When he was born, I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like all you know. And although I went to college, as soon as I came back, we jumped back into me training him for basketball.
Yeah.
Me going through his whole like getting him ready and getting the scholarships for him to get a basketball scholarship. But I was like happy sad.
Yeah.
But it also was something I had to grieve because I didn't see him all the time.
Yeah. And I think it's the change. Like,
And I don't like change either.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
don't do
Who else
well.
got you in there? So it's
I
like
don't
the
like
loss
change
of
either.
I mean, yeah, it's the loss of that normalcy, and like, you know, it's just always going to be different.
Yeah, it was hard. His mom cried too at his graduation party, and she doesn't.
I was gonna say, and that's
Like I
very
said,
interesting
she
because
was
I know his mama, and I don't think she's.
she's not a crier.
Yeah.
But lately, since my sister passed, she's become
more crier. Okay.
more of a. I think.
No, I
that's-
told you that time. You know,
She's
your
actually-
family member passed, and she.
My
started
aunt.
crying. I said, I didn't even. I said, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm such a hugger, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, some
she's
people.
very poised.
Yeah, some people don't like
More
that.
hard. So
she
yeah.
would have like hug her, but
No, she did.
also
Because I mean, I asked her. She
Yeah.
said, yeah. So she let me hug her and stuff. But I was just like so shocked because she's just always so stoic about
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, I was just like, I came and told you. I said, girl.
and then you're like, Melon, don't face. It was my aunt passing.
Yeah, she didn't even say anything. You know? She was like, oh yeah. Which when I brought it up, she was like, yeah, she did. I was like, oh, okay.
Because, you know, but like they grew up with that aunt.
Oh,
Sad because my cousins were sad and I was sad for them. But again, nothing has made me feel any type of way. But when I went to school, I had a form of grief of leaving my siblings. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And like it was hard. Me and my brother cried. I probably could still cry and I don't want to cry. Now on this freaking podcast.
Thinking about your brother, like the moment, yeah, like
he
going,
was crying. Yeah, he was crying.
Her asshole watering up.
And it was like hard because it's like we're leaving each other. And
This one
is
is
18. This was Jesus Christ. But you know, when you've been around your siblings your entire life,
Yeah.
and it's like, peace out. Now you're gonna navigate the world on your own. It was very hard.
Yeah, and I think that's how it was when I went to school because I did my orientation the same day as movement, and I was so excited. And then like the morning we were driving down, and I was very anxious. Like my chest was tight, and I was just very anxious. And then like we had
on this podcast. So annoying.
you saw
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
been there.
Yeah. Season 1.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we had got a break, like, and so I had met back up with my mom, and there was like a courtyard out there, and I was just sitting out there. I was like, I was like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? I was like, you're gonna leave me. And I've always been super independent, like always. Like my mom
Same.
always tells a story about like how, you know, when I went to kindergarten, she was like, Ashley, do you need me to stay? And I was like, no. And like I've just always been super like independent, but I was like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna be with my mom. I'm not gonna be like in
It's
my
like a
home.
safety blanket.
Yeah, like you're living in a room with a stranger.
Yep.
You know, and love my roommate. She was sweet. Still talk to her to this day. But
You really have to navigate it.
yeah. And so then we like got back to my dorm, and I was like able to pull myself together. But of course, when she was leaving,
Like,
oh, sobbing. And my mom was like she was so taken aback because I'm just
my mom was
Not
taken
like
back
that.
because my
Yeah.
brother was sobbing and my boyfriend was there too. He was crying.
yeah.
And I guess he waited to cry in the car because he rode back with my
Oh,
mom.
okay, yeah.
But my brother was like literally visibly crying with me. Like,
Okay.
and me and him have always been in the same grade.
Yeah.
So even though we're a year
Oh, that's so
apart,
funny.
yeah, because I started kindergarten
Hmm.
and he went to JK. Then
Okay.
we had to go to kindergarten. It
Yeah.
means that put us both in kindergarten. I never went to JK.
Yeah.
So we ended up in the same grade. So
So it was a serious closeness thing.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
but they were all really close,
Yeah.
but everybody didn't come. I feel like if everybody came on the trip, then we all would have been crying.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it was just me and my mom, and then my stepdad had come down because I think he had brought like the rest of my stuff because we had just like packed my mom's stuff car with like the most like all that it could fit, and then my stepdad came down, and he was like, he was like chuckling, and I was like crying because I'm just like I'm usually just very like
And I think it's because the end of a chapter too.
I just was like my mom is not gonna be here.
Yeah, same. I'm not gonna be able to say, even though I didn't want my mom there anyway.
I was ready. I was like, I can't wait to go to school. I can't wait to get away to get out of the house. And I always say that. I was torn to pieces. I was like,
I can't
we're
wait
in
to
this
get out of this
courtyard
house.
full of people.
And you're
And
crying.
I vividly remember we were sitting like on this little ledge thing, and I was like,
Did your mom cry at all?
I don't even think she cried.
Probably
I
not.
think she was so shocked, like, because my mom's a crier too, like, and
Because you playing
when it comes to
kindergarten, so she's like, no,
no, and it's so funny because she's
Like, I got
oh,
enough. Yeah, that's when I was supposed to cry. You took it from me.
It was so funny. I just because my older brother, he's very like emotional, and so she had to stay with him through lunch. Like when he went to kindergarten, like he was having the whole fit.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Yeah." So then when you went to school, and you were like, "You can go." Yeah, but I just always been very independent. But my mom is like, we've always been very close, and she's very soft. Like she'll cry about things
My mom
with me
too.
and stuff. So, but I think she was probably just like, girl, like because she was like, "You're crying," and I was like, "You're gonna
What's
leave."
happening?
And I'm like, I'll be here by myself with, and I think it just like it's a lot of change.
overwhelming.
It
Yeah.
is, because now you gotta meet new people. You gotta go to stuff by yourself until you find the
Yeah,
person.
and I think that was
Go
a
with
part
it.
of it too, because I was like all day I was navigating all these different. I'm going to these different orientations, like so I'm doing all of these things where everybody's like kind of coming, just settling in. I was like going through all these strangers. You know,
Did you
my
know
mom-
anybody that went to ODU like that you could later on?
Yeah, so it was a good amount of us. Well, you know, I went to open, so we were all close because my graduating class was very small. So
that was a new school.
open? No, it's just you have to apply. So, like it's only 100 and something kids in the school.
They both.
Yeah. So my graduating class was I think 47.
Y'all are smart kids though.
No, open was the one that gave. We're like the
Uh-uh.
hippie, like yeah, I guess.
Open, they had more freedom.
It's like more college
They
prep.
would-
'Cause
they
we would
would
have to
do
go in
whatever,
the
like-
summer, and like how you register for your classes in college, we would have to go in and register for classes like that. Like, but it was like manual, so you would go in and
I wanted to go to
register. We called our teachers by their first name. So it was-
Open.
yeah, it was. I love high school. It was like it was the best experience.
I don't even think I knew what an open was.
Yeah, girl,
They
you gotta
community,
check it
the
out.
community. It was the community.
So Richmond Community, the ones that you applied to was the governor's schools, Richmond Community, and then Open.
I think my
My
sister was
nephew
at
goes to
community.
Maggie Walker.
Okay.
Because she was brave.
Yeah, my best
Gifted.
friend Milan, she went to Maggie.
Yeah, he goes to Maggie Walker.
Yeah. And then Appomattox is the like fine arts.
I just never cared about school that much to be registering for anything else anyway. So I'm just trying to go to school.
I just didn't want to go to my
Play
zone
basketball.
school because
What was your zone school?
TJ.
When I
Um,
went to school. When I went to school.
Yeah, and you know TJ it's fine, but I just was like I don't want to go there, and so I was like I'm gonna apply, and then so we did like a shadowing thing. So you would go in and shadow a student for the day, and then we actually had the interview. So a part of it you applied, and then you were interviewed by 2 students and a teacher. And so I went through that process, and it was just different. Like
we had specialty programs, but I never.
yeah,
I'm just trying to get through the day at school
yeah,
and then to basketball.
Okay.
I'm really just there for the basketball.
that makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
but
You're right. I do feel like people don't. I think people don't think of it, but I mean, every loss in that type, like you said,
Every change,
divorce,
yeah. every
like,
change.
I didn't grieve my divorce.
You didn't.
but I think you were probably ready.
Yeah, and grieving it while you were in it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I think you, yeah,
Probably grieving it while you were in it.
like nigga, we made it. I think yeah, you get to the point. Like I probably when it's done by the time it's finalized, you like, whoo, hallelujah, like we're out of it. But I'm sure there was a point in it where it was like, and not even like the loss of the marriage. It's sometimes the loss of this normalcy. Now it's a whole different transition into like, okay, now I'm transitioning back to a single person. I'm transitioning back to going out into this world being a single person. And some people, for them, like
Don't
being
know how to
single is
navigate that.
really
Yeah.
rough. Like some people are very like much need to be with somebody.
I'm so happy to be single.
Yeah.
And I grieve the loss of I was grieving in a relationship because I was losing myself.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's where I was like, yeah, no, girl, because it's given you like let's so I think we just always associate it with death because death is like the thing that we find to be the hardest
Mhm.
thing to grieve. But I think losing yourself is hard. I think
Because you got to find yourself.
yeah, all over again and
Yeah.
like navigate all these things again that change for me is a form of grief anyway.
I mean, that makes sense. I
So
can
now
get
we're
it
back.
because I know like even when I transition on my own, I'm sure it will be sad. Like, you know, because it's for me, it's the nostalgia piece. Like you made memories. I'm very big on memories. Like I love, that's why I'm big on pictures. Like I've
Yeah.
always been big on pictures. So I'm like, there's gonna be one day that the pictures is all I got.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna be what reminds me of those moments. And
Yeah.
sometimes you can look at a picture and it can take you back to that place.
Mhm.
You know, so I just am big on memories and things like that. So I think that's what causes the grief for me with when it comes to change in terms of like moving or I mean, and for me, friendships, like when I've lost friendships, that has been very hard for me because I take my friendships very seriously. So
I did too, but I think I don't grieve them as hard because like I feel like if we're friends, then we're friends.
yeah,
And so if I have to lose you, then we really weren't maybe friends, in my
absolutely.
opinion. Like,
Absolutely.
you know, when I was in college, obviously I think I spoke about this at one point. The girl, you know, was spreading something that I only know she would know.
hmm
You know, it was like one phone call, like, hey, did you say so and so? She's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, okay, never talked to her again.
Yeah.
And
And
at that
see,
point, we were at least 7, 8 years into like a friendship.
yeah.
Actually,
And I think it's
yeah,
because
maybe
I've
more.
never experienced like I just never had like a lot of drama in friendship.
Me neither. That's why. But I
Yeah.
also don't do.
But I think also you're very close with your siblings. So I think you're close with friends, but they're probably not as close as you are with your like as
Because
you
our
are with
siblings
your
are
siblings.
friends.
Because your siblings
Yeah.
are your friends.
Yeah.
So
But I also think the loyalty piece, like my siblings will never be disloyal to me, where friends sometimes are disloyal.
yeah. And see, I guess I just look at it as a full scope of like everybody's equal. Like I shouldn't say equal in terms of like family, of course. 'Cause
Yeah.
family subjectively, you know, based on experience, because sometimes family don't matter. Especially, you know, sometimes family can do you worse than strangers. But my family, you know, no, like I love my family and um we've never been like, especially my siblings, we've never been disloyal to each other, but I don't put it past them in terms of, and I'm not saying them specifically. I'm just saying we're all human
Yeah.
and things happen without sometimes you even realizing it.
Right. But I think there's a level.
But I, you know, and I understand where you come from with your siblings and why you would say that. I mean, it's been years and you guys are so bonded,
Yeah.
you know. So I
Almost to like honestly, we have conversations about like unhealthy levels of relationships because they're like, you don't need to be worried about where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like it's a running joke.
Yeah.
That
But I mean, it's beautiful that you guys have that closeness. I mean, like that's how it is with my best friend Alana. They are so close. Like they do everything together. And like whenever we travel, they call usually the whole family's on like a WhatsApp conference or a FaceTime conference and they're just talking or whatever every single day. Like when one person moves, everybody's deciding about the decor of the home. Like they do everything.
which is like that's a definite level of closeness. We're close, but I think there's unhealthy levels of closeness.
Mhm.
And then I think that we make it be healthy because it's like natural.
I mean, if it works for you guys, I don't
I
think
don't know if it works all the time. Sometimes I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're having, but then you also feel like, dang, like if that's why I tell people, like, I can't move away from here.
yeah, and I think that's
Let's all of us go. We either all go or no one goes.
yeah,
So Melissa was gonna move to Atlanta,
yeah.
and we're like, well, you go keep the kids here. My mom's like, I'll keep the kids.
Dang. Well, you go.
Now, because we know she'll be back.
Yeah.
Where the kids don't really have a choice. You're
Mhm.
taking them. And I mean, then we're like, and then I had a conversation with them, like, you're really just breaking up the family.
Oh wow. But I mean, I can understand that with like, because I am like my nieces, and so it's like I have nephews too, but my second to youngest, he lives in New York with my sister, so that's just what it's been. And then I don't see my like sister as much, who has my nephew Orion. But you know, we still have closeness. Like I wouldn't want them to move away because, of course, I still want all my nieces and nephews close. And I'm used to them, like Orion being here. But like my nieces, and I don't want to say like they take precedence over, you know, my nephews at all, because they don't. But like it was just like my three nieces for a long time.
Yeah.
And so like the first three like just hold such a
different.
yeah, and it's like it's not that I love them any more than I love the other ones, but the bond that I have with them, like
it's also because we went through a lot of like ebbs and flows with them in our own personal lives while they were growing up too.
yeah, I just like I love them so much. Like I cried at every birth. Like I just look at them and like even I literally sent my brother a picture the other day. My Capri, she's the third youngest.
She's cute.
Such a
Close to her
cute.
just now.
And she's so intelligent. Like she's just sassy. Like I did like talking like how I talked about a line. I could start crying talking about them. Like I was looking at her graduation picture as I was like in the car, and I just started crying.
Oh
and
my God.
I always send pictures of me crying to her parents, because they're like, "You're in that case." Because I'll be like, I'll just be like,
and
"She's so
dramatic.
crazy."
Because who gets themselves take a picture of themselves crying?
No, I take a picture of them just to send to them. Not
I know. Because I can post on social media.
I would never.
Yeah.
I would cut my fingers off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will never see me crying on social media.
I've cried on social media.
I
But
can't do
also at the same time, I wasn't crying when I started. Like it was a video. Like I was actually listening to Christian music. Like I can't help it. You know.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't.
She started.
Yeah, I wasn't
I got you.
intentionally trying to cry, but I'm also not about to just take a moment from my praise and worship because I'm crying.
Were you on live?
No.
Oh, then yeah, the video would have been covered there.
Yeah, it's all right. But it would have messed up the rest because I stopped crying
Oh, okay.
to get it,
Mhm.
like, you know. Either way.
Yeah, I mean, and some people like. I mean, that's what their storyline, and a part of it is, you know, emotion happens naturally. So I don't judge any. I judge people when it's like you can tell when it's like stage. Yeah. And I shouldn't say judge. I just don't like.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's like
because it seems disingenuous.
yeah, you rehearsed it
Yeah.
to make the cry happen.
But yeah, I'm not a crier on social media. But yes, like
I cry all the time though. I watch a
I'm
movie
such a
and
crier.
cry. But I also feel like it comes from a place of I feel the emotion so strongly, which being an empath, sometimes I can't be around people and
I say it
things
all the
because
time.
I'm carrying your energy. Now my body's hurt.
Do you feel like you have that same type of
in an
far as
empath.
the impact.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah?
But
And
I'm
that's
not
exactly
a
how I
crier.
am.
You are a crier.
Yeah, you are not a crier. No, I wasn't asking about.
Do you know what's the crazy part is? I think the only time and I don't know if I know you were like in your prayer closet, but I think you were crying. That's the only time I've ever
And then
like
the first time you met me.
yeah, yeah. Or the second.
I don't watch movies and cry. I don't. But I also think that comes from all the loss that I've experienced.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Over the time I've got, and I don't think I ever was a crier. I'm an emotional person. If you're close to me, you may see it,
Mhm.
but it's so bad. I remember my mom made me mad one time on a holiday, and I started crying. My grandma said, "The girl crying. Why is she crying?" My grandma wasn't even you. Yeah, the girl. I was the girl.
Yeah, the girl.
The girl. And then another time I got upset, and I think Sharina saw it.
And Sharina was like, "Oh fuck no, Shamika crying. Why is she crying?" And so that's when I knew that it's very rare to see me actually cry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a crier. Yeah, like I cry at happy moments. I cry at sad moments. I cry. My partner may see me cry more than anybody else.
Oh, really? That makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah, I cry more. So I cry a lot by myself.
I cry a lot with my mom and my sister on the phone.
See, I don't even really like to cry. I don't like to cry with other people.
Well, I'm not intentionally crying. The conversation
frustration.
just
If I'm
goes to the
angry, I'll
level
cry.
of
If I'm angry, I
frustration
cry.
or
If I'm sad, I'll cry. If I'm really if touching moments, like I was at graduation and like it was like the let out or whatever, and everybody kind of just hangs around and like I was just like looking around and people were like with their family and they were coming up. Yeah, they were coming up like hugging and congratulating us. Tears was just well, because I was just like, it's such a moment. Like that's and that's the thing. I feel so much because I know what that's like. Like the graduate feels proud of themselves, and then your family feels so happy for you.
Yeah.
And it's just such a happy moment in your life. So like literally, it just makes me cry. Like I can literally look at a happy. If somebody's over there getting engaged, I'll probably cry. Cry at that. Like
unless it's like. It's not really sad. Like,
well, if it was special, like if we're at an Olive Garden and you bust down the table, I'm like,
sir, put the ring up.
Put the ring up. What?
Yeah, this is not the place.
But yeah, I cry at movies all the time, and not like I will sob.
Me too. So, and then I have to say to myself because I'm by myself normally. What?
No, I'll laugh at myself.
I'm like, girl, you're literally bawling, and then I ask myself, are you depressed? Okay.
No, you're not depressed. You just feel.
But I know, but like I have to also assess myself too. Like this is
girl. She said, I just got so many feelings.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
That's exactly how it is.
That's how it is.
Have you ever seen the movie Room?
No, I think I have. I'm pretty sure when that girl in the
the man kidnapped her.
Yeah,
and
her son
from when she was young, and he ended up raping her. She had a son.
I did see that.
Yeah, and then they got escape. They escaped. But at the end, like when it was just like it tore me to pieces when they went back. Like after like he had got arrested or whatever. And it was based on a true story.
That's all they knew.
Yeah, he had got arrested. They went back because the little boy was like, can we go back to Room? Because they called it Room. Well, he called it Room, and
I did.
He went and like it was just like it tore me up because I'm like, this is what he knows at home, but that was her place of terror and like torture and the dichotomy between it, and for her to have to put her feelings to the side to be there for her child and do stuff for her child. So tore me to pieces.
Yeah.
And see, that's where my brain goes. It like
same.
I'm always like, over analyzing.
Yeah, same.
Or not even over analyzing, but just really,
processing it for what it's supposed to be processed for. Like, I mean, they put that part in it to show you like how this is really. And also how strong moms are. But anywho. So someone date while grieving, switching gears.
I'm going to jump on this right. When my aunt passed away, I didn't talk about this death, but this was probably my first hard death, and it was a sudden death. I got there, she was still on the floor. I thought she was alive. The paramedics got up and they said, I'm sorry, we did all we could do. And I blanked out. I took off running. Fight or flight? Yeah. I took off running. I was screaming. I sat there, I held her hand just to give you it. So I dated a guy. And the guy tried to talk to me.
Y'all were dating?
No.
You met him after.
Yeah. So I decided to go on a date with him maybe a little bit after she died. And I didn't even realize, now that I look back and partially through it, a friend said, hey, this is not you. So I dated two guys. I dated one. And it was a guy that kept trying to talk to me. And I finally dated him. And then it ended. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I meet another guy, date him. I ain't gonna say what I want to say on here because people can see it. And now that I look back, I know that I was not in my right mind. I know that I was in a dark place, which allowed me to deal with these type of individuals. And I would suggest anybody that's grieving not to jump in. Now, if you're dating, if you're in a relationship, of course, that's totally different. But
so do you feel like the grief made you choose a type of the quality of man that you would not
the grief
have
these two people to experience me, and they should not have ever.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I look back on it, and I'm like, dang, you did that? Ah, ooh,
Mm.
ooh, like,
Mm-hmm.
no. So my answer to that is
No.
hell no.
Yeah. I don't think somebody should use grieving to get or dating to get over their grief.
Oh,
And-
absolutely not. Because it's
But
just a
people would jump
distraction.
into that's what it was for me. It was a
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah.
I was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like the night my aunt died, I was provided. I said I wanted alcohol. This person provided that alcohol after hours during COVID.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
somebody pulled some strings. Okay,
Wow.
so you can imagine I'm being offered those things, like the things that I needed that helped me kind of cope. Like it was the alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
alcohol, the food, hanging out, whatever. It kept me busy, and I know that's what it was doing. But it wasn't until I was out of both situations. I mean, both because I dated one guy for like 6 months, and then I dated, went into the next situation a few months after. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for a while. And I don't even, for a while.
Why come?
Why come? My favorite color is four,
Right.
that
Yeah.
type of shit. Like, it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I would, and I know people, when people are hurting, they cope in different ways, but I personally wouldn't tell you, hell no.
Yeah. I think sometimes people do it and then they also settle or they run to it. Even people that get out of relationships and then
Yeah.
jump into another one. So you don't have to, you're still grieving, but you're just jumping into something so you don't have to feel the pain at the same rate.
And I knew it. I knew it when my friend was Ebony. She was like, Mika,
Oh.
and I was like, I'm gonna do what the hell I want. And then with me being so strong, what is the word for it? I don't know. But for me to be the way I am, you can't tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do. I guess bullheaded. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, whatever. And she was like, this ain't the type of guy you was on. Oh, you know what he just said to you? And I'm like, whatever, girl. I know. I move when I want to move, or I do this when I want to do this. And then as I started to settle, things started to calm in my mind, I guess. And I started to really deal with the grief. I was like, girl, you know good and down well you have no business messing with them folks.
Yeah. 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 That's true. I think we all go through learning experiences. So I think like sometimes we do grieve and they say to get over somebody else, you get under somebody else.
I
So,
remember that terminology.
and that's like, okay, well, I think with relationships would be different than if somebody passed. But I also think if you're not healed, regardless of whether it's death, like, an empty nest, a divorce, anything, if you're not healed, I don't recommend getting and somebody else involved in that unhealed world.
Yeah, but these people were unhealed themselves. So that's
That's
how I knew that once I kind of stepped back, I knew that something was wrong because
Yeah.
I'm looking at the individuals and I'm like, oh, they're very much alike.
Yeah.
They're very much alike. I had fun sometimes in the midst of it, but it was like, now, man, where's this going?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a situation that I learned from. Like that all happened back to back.
Yeah. I also don't want to be with somebody who's grieving. And they,
Yeah.
well, okay. Oh, that's not what I meant. What I meant is I was getting to if they don't want to go get help. Because I can't be there to support your every whim and all your emotions because there's stages of grief. There's anger, there's sadness, there's content. So I can't be on your yo-yo or your punching bag of what level you're on.
Yeah,
So
my guy would love seeing this part.
yeah. So
He's catching right now.
oh, okay.
He knows it, and I do recognize it when like the times I've snapped. Here recently, I've been angry and I snap off real fast. Like I'm very like
Yeah. I will say in a committed relationship or, I don't know what your situation is, but, if you guys have that rapport, in marriage, you will be that person because,
Yeah. But I'm still, I can only support it for so long because if you're not going to go get help, then all you're doing is, and I'm a firm believer of, there's a bucket when you get with somebody, whether you're married or not.
Yeah, and not even
And
married,
you
just like
start
somebody.
filling it up with negativity. That's what it is. It doesn't, you don't just get, I can't just forget that when you were going through grief, you cussed me out every day.
Well, yeah, I think it's levels. Like, because if it becomes abusive, then
Yeah.
that's something
But
different.
that's sometimes what it becomes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, sometimes it can be abusive, sometimes it's abandonment, sometimes, it can look like different forms.
Yeah,
But I think it's, at some point you may go through that because, hurt people. And
Yeah.
not saying that it's intentional.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes they don't know how to handle it.
Handle it.
But I agree that you need to seek help.
Right.
Yeah, like you
and
need
I will
to-
be with them.
Yeah, but I
But
think
I-
you will be that. You still will have to be that support.
Yeah,
And
I'll be the
sometimes you are
support.
the
Punching bag, but I'm not going to be your punching bag.
yeah, continue.
Really.
But sometimes,
Right.
I will say being the person, I didn't, since school ended, from January until now, I have struggled.
Mhm.
Every day I get up, I go to work. Get up, go to work. My part-time job, take care of the kid, make sure this child get to work. I'm just moving.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just kind of.
But I would say since I got out of school Friday, I can feel the grief weighing down on me because I was moving so much.
Yeah.
I was
Now
moving
you
so
got to
much.
process.
Now I got time to process. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's how my brain is
Yeah.
going right now. So even it had to be like the last day of school, day before the last day of school, I snapped on it.
Mm.
And I
Your friend.
snapped. Yes, I snapped really, really bad. And then when I processed what I did, I called him back and I apologized.
Well, that's
Well, that's
good that
good.
you apologize.
And I've done it maybe in the last.
Men say we don't apologize. So we're
Well,
good.
I apologize. We hold each other accountable for everything. But
that's good. That's what
I've done it maybe two times.
Mhm.
I reached out to my therapist today,
That's good.
and got back in therapy because I'm like, if I'm doing this here, I don't want it to trickle off. Not saying he deserves it because he doesn't deserve it, but I don't want it to trickle off to Paul.
Yeah.
Or I don't want it to trickle off to Dream. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to trickle off to people. And I also feel like if folks test me in this place I am now, I don't know what may happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people will fuck with you, say things, do things, test you. And where I'm at, a lot of people don't know what this feels like.
Mhm.
So you will fuck around and find out. And I'm not in a place where I can afford to fuck around and let you find out. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Fuck around.
so I would say I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I personally went on it.
But I went
on and called the lady.
Yeah, well, and that's
Let me call
good.
you
Like,
later.
I just think I've been in relationships where people were grieving. I was grieving in a relationship, but the part I will say that helped me is I needed that grief to get out of the relationship.
So you were saying you were grieving the relationship you were in while you were in it, or another.
I-
Sometimes that is. It's like an
That's
awakening.
good.
Yeah.
Because it was like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, because
Like,
sometimes it's like you realize how fragile life is, and that's what
I
it's
will
like.
tell you what the thought was.
And-
That's a mean thing if you're in a good situation like mine.
and not just that,
But when you're in a bad,
life is too short.
it
for
is.
me to be
And that's
going
my thing.
through
Yeah, I'm
this.
like life
It
is
is.
fragile, and
I
for
can't
you to be in a
sit here and
situation
take
that's not feeding you,
Yeah.
and it's actually detrimental to your overall mental, health and just overall well-being. Yeah, it is awakening. Okay, so if you could have one more conversation with someone you've lost, what would you say?
I love you. And I miss you. Yeah. Now I don't want to cry.
Yeah, girl, you're gonna make me
Okay.
cry.
I would say I love you and I got him. So that's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
Good. Now I crying again in this damn podcast. No, but yeah.
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 I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that'll do it. You want to see me cry? Here you go. That'll do it.
Well, that's a wrap.
Okay, so this episode was heavy.
Yeah. Heavy, but like,
Yeah, I think it was good. Like it was like my first therapy session.
yes, a little bit. But that's good. That's good. We don't charge here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm good with that.
So if you like what you heard, like,
Share, comment, subscribe.
until next time.
Bye. Hey, we're so glad you're here. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the good stuff.